in today's video I'll be rating all the corsets in Royalehigh. Firstly, disclaimer that this is just my personal opinion about whether they are worth the diamonds or not. Also, I might be a bit blunt, but please do not feel upset if I feel that your favorite corsets are not so good, because it's just my personal opinion. I'll go through all the corsets in terms of look, versatility, the ability to match with several dresses or other corsets, cost, and general opinion. For each of the three categories, I'll be giving them a score from 1 to 10, 10 being the best. Now let's start. We will start with Miss Lady Rose bodice. This is one of the most common corsets in Royalehigh. Available all year round, the design is plain yet elegant, so I shall give it a general 7 for design, and it is very versatile. It works with almost every single skirt out there, and it combines with most of the other corsets. When combined, it gives a simplistic glow, so 10 for versatility. And for the cost, 18K, it is probably one of the cheapest of all corsets, and you might actually get it from trading for much less than the original cost. So 9 for cost. My general opinion is that although the skirt is pretty common, it is really worth it. And especially if you do not have that many diamonds, this can be the best solution to add the finishing touch to your outfit. This is my first corset, and not gonna lie, I have used this so many times in my outfits. The total score is 26, and let's see if we can break the record. Next, we have the Shadow Empress chain bodice. This is from Halloween. The design is pretty neat, very exquisite, so 8. It is not very versatile, mostly because of the design at the waist. It looks really pretty with a Shadow Empress skirt, but for most others, it looks odd, especially due to the edgy nature of the skirt, so I'll give it a 4. As for the cost, it is 20K, which is pretty okay, so a 7. General opinion that it is a really beautiful corset, but due to the design of the corset waist down, the choices are rather limited. However, the Shadow Empress set is a must-buy during the Halloween. The total score is 19. Moving on, we have the Royale Rebel corset. This is a part of the new set from last year's Halloween. The design is really unique. It gives me the cowgirl olden days look, and hence I'll give it a 9 for uniqueness. For flexibility, I'll have to say this corset do have a few dress combinations. Most of them are really cute, especially due to the extra lace on the corset, a solid 8. The cost is 20K, so a 7. General opinion that this is just a more curvy, showy version of Miss Lady Rose corset. While it might not fit your outfit all the time, it can add some style for some. It is definitely worth it, so make sure you get it on your wish list for Halloween. The score is 24. Fourthly, we have the Dear Dollie corset. This is available all year round, part of the Dear Dollie set, and the design is pretty cute with the lace down. I really like the ruffly sleeves that it comes with. For the design, a 6. For versatility, I think that although it goes well with a lot of sleeves, it is not the primary choice for most Royalehigh players. It generally don't look as well as other corsets, but it does have a few dresses that it goes well with, so a 7. As for the cost, it's 20K, so a 7. General opinion that this is the most overlooked item. While the other set parts such as the dress and the heels are vastly popular, this corset seems to be ignored most of the time. I feel that aesthetically, there are better options, but it still looks good nonetheless. The score is 20. And following up, we have the Fluttering Butterfly corset. This is a part of the Fluttering Butterfly set. The set is not bad. It looks pretty decent, so a 7. In terms of versatility, it has a unique design, so it's not easy to find another match for it, but there is a few dresses and sleeves you can go with, so it's a 4. And as for the cost, it is 18K, just like Miss Lady Rose corset, but you can always get it for much cheaper, so a 9 for cost. To be very straight up, it is the most forgotten set. I normally don't see people wearing any part of this set other than to have those long legs, but I think it definitely deserves more attention. The corset is not bad overall, easily resonating with the nature like the set implies, but I feel that a small rework might help the set to become more popular again. This is a set you might want to think over again. The score is 20. Moving on, we have the Enchanting Heirloom corset. This one is very delicate and stylish, a solid 9. In terms of versatility, it's definitely a 10. It is just as good as Miss Lady Rose corset, but even better as it has more sophisticated designs and are commonly used to add a small bow to the dress and add some fluff. Not to mention sleepwear or casual wear. It costs 20k, so a 7. This one is definitely on my top list of favorite corsets. The total score is 26, just as much as that Miss Lady Rose one. Both of them are really neat and flexible as good matches to your dress and heels. Definitely worth your diamonds. Next, we have Darling Valentina corset. This one is from Valentine's, and I do remember clearly that there was one time where the worth of this corset hit up to 150k to 200k, a big wow. This one looks a little bit similar to the Dear Dollie one, but even more detailed. In terms of design, a solid 8. It could have been a bit higher, but because of the wide hip, it looks off without the dress. For versatility, it's a 3. I really didn't want to give it that low, but because of its design, it can neither be worn without a skirt or with many other skirts. But I think that it's really amazing with the Darling Valentina skirt. So for the cost, it's 23.5k, a 7. I feel that this corset is pretty indeed, but buy it only when you have the other set items. It is a good item to have for trading, but I personally feel it is a bit lacking in terms of customization. Moving on, we have the Starfrost corset. This corset is absolutely beautiful. It has a simple design, and if you can't already tell, I love simple and cute designs. They're so easy to customize and can settle for plain anytime you like. A 9 for design. It is also super versatile. It goes well with most skirts, except maybe the summer ones in Shadow Empress, so a 8. As for the cost, it's 12k, pretty cheap, huh? A 10. I love this corset and I'll highly recommend it, as just, it's amazing. The total score is 27, a high new score. Winter's coming soon. And we have the Winter Garden corset. It is, very unique with frosty patterns on the corset and dress and sleeves over 4 coloring options, and that means I can hide the designs as I wish. There is also a boy version of the set, so I'll divide the cost by 2. It is only fair that way. The design is a chef kiss good and giving you the ice queen aura, a 9. And for the versatility, a solid 7. It goes so well with the baby doll dress, please try it. And also other corsets to give the fox fur color, yeah. There are also quite a few skirt combinations for it, but just like Starfrost, it lacks the fact that summer skirts won't fit, and so does a few others. A 7 for that one, and it's pretty cheap. Do the math. 24k divided by 2 equals 12k. A 10 for the price. Definitely a good add for your inventory. The score is 26, by the way, but I feel it should be lower, but I did my math right, so, I'm just gonna cut this short for time's sake. Midnight Strike corset is next. It can be obtained from the 2021 New Year's class, so it's already over. It's pretty good, I suppose, but the fact that stars cannot be toggled off and the bodice looks rather off. It forced me to give a 6, probably lower for the look. I'm so sorry. And for the versatility, a 2. I really don't know what to say, but it just doesn't fit. Get it? There isn't a cost for it, so I'm just gonna get the score of 20 and divide and fit it into a 30 range using percentages. The score is a 12 out of 30, and the thing is, this corset, I wouldn't recommend getting it unless you are a collector, but if you're like me and earned it through a quest, please treasure it. I'm still traumatized by the hours I spent on that thing. Okay, Cherry corset, a new edition in February. This one is really unique too, since it has a high collar, giving the professional vibes for another era. It can be part of the maid's costume or high-end ladies. 9 for uniqueness, and for versatility, a 7. It's fairly versatile, but lacks in Halloween skirts and summer skirts. For the cost, because it is part of the boy and girl set, we divide it by 2. 18K divided by 2 equals 9K. Good offer. No, definitely 10 for the cost. The score is 26. And I think having it part of the boy set collection would be really good. There is just a few boy sets, and to be fair, it's not that bad. Moving on, Cherry Blossom corset. This one is pretty decent. The corset is a kimono style one and pretty authentic. A 9 for uniqueness. It goes well with a fair number of sleeves and skirts, but I still find it really limited due to the nature of the corset. I'll give it a 4. As for the cost, it's 20K, so it's 7. The score is 20. I do not have much to say about this one. Next, worm corset. Okay, this one, I love it. Yeah, but it's only useful if you're going to use it to troll mostly. Not many still wear this, but I like it, and you can probably get it for a low price too, so good thing to have in your inventory. And for the last one, finally, Summer Fantasy corset. I like this one a lot. Our first summer set after all. This corset is really pretty unique with the summer feel and gradient palette I can customize it with. 8. As for the versatility, it's not bad, with many dresses to fit it, and it makes them seem really cool and elegant at 8. As for the cost, it's 24K, but we can divide it by 2 as it's a boy set too, so 12K is not that bad, honestly. I would say that this set is definitely worth it with a total score of 26. And you have it. Yeah.